What's up, family? It is Caden with Urban Finance. Someone recently asked me the question, can you lock the blessing loom? And they also sent me a really sketchy video that explains how to lock the blessing loom. So we'll take a look at the video and I'll answer that question for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know in the comment section. If you have a financial story that you would like to share with us, or you know of a story that you would like to share with us, maybe one of your friends' story, feel free to use an alias. Feel free to send that story to newurbanfinance@gmail.com. I'll obviously leave the ticker below so you can see the email address. And if you haven't already, go ahead and smash the like button. All right, let's jump into this video.
Figure it out. We don't have to keep continuously showing people how to lock flowers. That's not something that I am interested in to continue to do, but I will give it to you guys like once or twice more. But after that, I'm not going to be giving out a whole lot of, I'm like stoked with calls and can you teach me how to lock it? And it actually makes sense for us to want to lock it. So that way you're just contained within your own flower family. But that takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And every single last person has to be willing to, when they come out, to go back in. And now, depending on how many times they want to go back in, that depends on how quick y'all flower locks. And I don't know you guys again, but let her finish this first. I'm done. Those little steps, it was easy. If anyone has any questions. Yeah, I do. I want the lock part. That means once you get all 16 people to this flower? No, wait. Before she goes into that, I'm talking about as far as creating your own flower, your own group. Oh, yeah, I got the text. Okay, you got that? All right. Mm-hmm. All right, Tiff.
Okay, so take note that she said every single person has to be willing to go back in.
All right, you guys. So my part in all of this is to try to teach you guys how to lock your flowers. I want to be very honest and very blunt. It takes a total of 64 people to lock in once. But keep in mind, if you're going to do 64 people, all of those people have to be dedicated to going right back in. When I say right back in, I don't mean gift. Always gift the person that you originally came in with. And then I need you to re-gift your own flower twice. That should have to make sense. That means you're in a total of 3 times. And then when that cycle continues, what will happen is when you come out, you go back in again a total of 3 times. Now you're actually in a total of 6 times. I want you guys to start thinking numbers, because if you're in 6 times and it's for $500, come on, you guys, that's $3,000. So what does that mean? That means you are getting 6 times the 4,000, which is $24,000. You guys have to start thinking long run. Don't think this 4,000. If y'all really want to lock y'all flowers and get them locked, everybody in y'all flower has to participate in the way it goes. It is actually sacred geometry, and I understand that it may be hard for some of you guys, but with practice, you keep doing it. Everybody in your flower family does it over and over again. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the screen and then we're going to go over the Banat Tarski again, okay? This is not one of those situations where, like Carletta told us, if you try to go out and do it on your own without the whole big group, everything's going to fall apart. So what's happening now is everybody tried to go out and do it on their own and then do these $100 ones and these 30. But if y'all didn't have these first ones down pat, how could y'all move on to another one? No, there's a method to it, and it has to be done with everyone in your flower family. So suppose you only wanted to be the 15 people that's in your flower. Now what needs to happen is when those people get gifted, then they need to go in a total of 8 times. So what happens is you have to think numbers. So if it's 15 people, and y'all only wanted to be us 15 exclusive, that 15 people has a potential unlimited amount to make 6 zeros in one flower with just 15 people. But all 15 of these people have to go back. When you get gifted your 4,000, you have to actually be 8 people. You have to be willing to put the whole 4,000 back in to back the person up under you. Because now that I put myself in 8 times, I'm in a total of 8 times. So that's 5 times 8. I'm getting 40,000 now.
So 40,000 sounds really sweet. So let's keep looking at it. And I know why people are so enticed by this type of stuff. And I know why we're hearing about it again now, because we're in tax season and people have a little bit of more money to spare, let's say. Really not to spare, but yeah.
Y'all thinking too small. This 4,000 stuff ain't gonna get us to the promised land the way we supposed to be getting. If y'all really believed in this, like the way we wanted it to be from the beginning, when she even created a flower family, the purpose of the family was for you to go out and build your 15, me to go out and build my 15, Garnetta to have her 15, Anisha to have her 15, and then we all start linking and interchanging each other's 15s. That's the way it was supposed to be, because 15 times 4 is 60, right? Plus the 4 leaders, that is 64 people. So I understand through trial and error things are going to go wrong, you guys. We're only 3 or 4 months in. But if you want to lock 64 people, that means you have to go in 3 times. If you want to lock 128 people, everybody has to go in 6 times, and it locks itself. When you get into anywhere past 512, that means there has to be 128 people in each corner. We could have did that because we're at 600 and something. But we're at 600 and something people that's in a rush to get $4,000. In which that.
So apparently you can lock it at 64 people, but they are at 600 and something people, and the flower is still not locked. And part of the reasons for this conversation is that people are getting upset that they're not getting their money.
To me, doesn't make sense. So what did they do? They panicked because they couldn't find 2 people. And I call BS on not being able to find 2 people. You've had 2 people Christmas gifts, 2 people coming to your house to eat some chitlins. So I'm kind of confused at how people can't get their 2 people when your family is filled with more than 2 people. So if people did it in their family and each person brought in 15 family members, that's really a closed flower for that one particular person. Now what that person should do is go and find another family of 15. And then off those people start to lock and interchange each other. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do is show y'all the Bernard Tursky real quick. I'm going to show you guys how to lock these flowers. But after this, and I'm being honest, because I don't have a dog in this race, a cat, a mouse, or nothing. I'm just here because I'm dedicated to Garletta and the Garletta family flower. And I want to really kind of see us all lock arms. Because y'all already know when brothers and sisters lock arms, we'll be unstoppable. It doesn't take 10 flowers for you to see. Use your phone.
All right, from a personal standpoint, I kind of like the lady that is speaking a little because she's kind of funny. You can't find 2 people. I call BS on that. There's 2 people coming to your home for chitlins to eat. I thought that was actually hilarious. But just the sheer fact that they have 600 plus people in their circle or their flower circle, and their flower is not locked, and the fact that they have to have this call trying to convince people to go out and get more people to be able to lock a flower that should be able to lock at 64, it kind of already lets you know that you cannot lock these flowers. No matter what they say, she just threw out some terms for people who may not know better. It has to deal with geometry, that we can lock it at 64. Then why are we still having these conversations? One of the reasons she stated is that we're not interested in 4,000, we're interested in 40,000. I'll address head on the question, can you lock these flowers? No, you cannot lock these flowers in a way that everyone will be paid out the same amount. That is just not going to happen. Unless you can print money like the Federal Reserve, if you do not have a product, which these blessings when you do not, then you can give $4,000 to one person who paid $500 to come in, and then continuously do that even if they come in multiple times, because as she mentioned, each time they come in, if they get paid out, they're getting paid 8 times what they put in. That math does not add up at all, and it will never add up. And so what this ultimately means, yes, her, whoever is speaking, and Carletta and the other names that she mentioned, if those people are paid out and go back in, they will always make a profit. And every time they go back in, whether it's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, they will make a significant amount of money. That's why you have people that do some of these Ponzi type schemes that make millions of dollars. So it is not to deny that they can make the $40,000 or the $60,000 or how much money they're claiming they can potentially make. The fact of the matter is, as this continue, one, it will not lock, and then two, a lot of people are going to lose money, and three, you're going to have another call like this where she's telling people to go find more people for this blessing loom that can potentially lock. So I'm not going to spend any time going over how it works and why this doesn't lock, because I've already done a video about that. I'm not going to spend any time talking about why it's illegal, because I've already done a video about that. So feel free to go check those videos out as well. But I really wanted to take the time to address the question that was asked to me: can the blessing loom lock? And my answer is no, it cannot lock if you're expecting people to be paid out the same amount, because someone is always going to lose. Someone is always going to put in more than they're able to receive out. This type of blessing loom does not work any other way. And I repeat, I do not like these blessing looms being confused with a susu, because a susu can't lock. And the reason why a susu's lock is because everyone receives the same amount. Once someone receives a profit from something that does not have a product, you're not going to be able to lock that where people aren't losing money. I hope that's helpful. I don't want to put the person that asked the question out there. I do say thank you for sending this video. I found it to be very entertaining. And if you have a similar video that you would like me to talk about or review on the channel, feel free to share it. And like I said, if you have a question or a story that you would like to share with me, let me know in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified of when I post something new. And like I always say, God bless you, and remember to live your best life.